want to know in terms of the background of the Hebrew Bible and the framing of the world as presented there in Genesis, it's framed as God building a cosmic temple for himself. And the Sabbath is sort of like the king sitting on his throne to rule over his creation. Well, if a king were to build a temple and a throne and to begin to rule over his country, he would, far from being done with all of his work, he would just be starting, but it would be a different kind of work. The work of creation in that sense was complete. The work of establishing was complete. But now there's the work of rule, which he, of course, in the beginning, he then gives that to be executed through mankind. Be fruitful and multiply, subdue, take dominion, fill the earth. And Jesus is saying, yeah, I'm doing all of that. I'm executing the Father's work, not just as merely an agent, but as the agency himself of the Father. I am the Father, come to you to do that. I am the Word of the Father. That's the whole theology of the book of John. You say, well, that's very interesting stuff. No, how does that apply to me? It applies to you because very often, even if you've got the right theology, even if you knew all the things that I just told you, many of you, including myself, I've been the one who's done this as well, look at God's work in our life as having ceased. We have our own kind of personal cessationism. Maybe you put that line of where God stopped working at your birth. So if you were born with a set of abilities, or you were born into a certain situation, you think, well, that's what God did, and there's nothing else after that. So if I was born smart, then I'll be smart. If I was born stupid, then I'll be stupid. If I was born poor, then I'll be poor. Just fill in the blank. If I was born that way, then I'll be that way. But Christian, the foundation of our faith is that the Lord Jesus Christ has said, you must be born again. He wants a brand new life, not a new version of the old life, but a new kind of life, resurrection life that's going to come to fruit in the resurrection of the dead in the last day. But until then, you're already living in the power of Jesus's own resurrection life. You are in him, he is in you. That's the way this is supposed to work. So why in the world would you draw a line anywhere in your life and say, God stopped there?